All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Radash. It's a double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone, for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity, for ruling well. And salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Shai. Hey, I'm Brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another lesson. And this lesson was inspired by a video the brother Aria All Yahweh in our here in Hawaii. He did a video last night, speaking about not taking it, or basically warning the people, our people, don't take the M.O.T.B or the C-hip. And while I was watching this video, the NLT version of the Revelation 13 and 16 popped out on the screen, and it made me think of something like, wow, this thing is going to be a requirement, just like the juice or the proof of the juice 2-3 years ago was a requirement for everything. You needed a requirement for entry, you need a requirement for work, all of these things, and they were pushing it heavy on the people. You had to have a proof of it via travel, so it was a requirement. And the M.O.T.B is going to be a requirement, all right, for buying and selling. If you don't have it, you will not be able to purchase, will not be able to be on a world landscape, okay? And you got these Israelite groups such as IUIC, their constant their doctrine about the M.O.T.B or the mark of the beast is a constant, ever-changing thing, but it never changes to the correct thing. They'll say it's an embargo. At one point, that was a big deal. It's an embargo. Then at another point, it was Christianity was a big, was the big thing. Oh, it's Christianity. Okay. Oh, it's, it's the philosophies. Now they're saying it's sin. So there's their doctrine on the mark of the beast is ever changing, but our doctrine, the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Shai, that's taught to us by the apostles and the bishop elders and the brothers on down, it never changes. It stays the same. Okay? It's one word. And now, like Elder Elder Apostle Aramlab just did a video and he was speaking about it, and it made me think of something. It made me think like, wow, like the system is already set up. Like this system that's being set up for purchasing, buying, and selling is not set up for you to purchase anything with sin or a picture of Cesare Borgia or the white woman or an embargo. No, this situation that's being set up, this financial new system that's being set up and pushed onto the world, is cashless payments, man. Not only cashless payments, but the M.O.T.M, the microchip implant. Like, I found this article right here from 10 months ago. This is from codecondo.com. It said the future of cashless payments, microchip implants that let you pay with your hand. Cashless payments make our lives easier, and that's a big selling point, convenience, because it's going to be easier for you to use your hand versus having physical cash currency in your hand. I mean, available in your hand, like you got today. It says cashless payments make our lives easier and allow us to go through our daily tasks faster. And that's another thing. They want you to move through this system extremely fast, rapidly fast. When you buying and selling, you in and you out. Like you see a lot of these stores have no cashiers. You just walk, you go in and get what you want, you come out, and it's quick, easily, and painless for the institution. Anyway, it says carrying cash is great, but not having cash in a certain situation might cause a lot of inconvenience, especially if you're unable to withdraw money from your nearby ATM or bank. And why would you be unable to? One, because the bank machines are shutting down. Two, they phase out physical cash. Three, your accounts may be blocked and locked, or the system has just collapsed, period, and they don't use that system no more. Applications such as Google Pay have become extremely popular across the world, especially since these payment technologies do not even require us to carry a credit or debit card. Cashless payments are the future, and countries across the world are adopting various cashless payment methods. It is pretty hard to get caught off guard in certain situations, such as losing your wallet, when you can simply use alternative payment technologies such as UPIs or Unified Payment Interface. However, these technologies do require you to have a smartphone and cannot be used without an internet connection. But there is a way to carry out cashless payments even without having a phone, or even if your phone is out of charge. There are microchip implants that allow us to make payments at vendor or merchant by just placing our hands near the payment terminal or POS, point of sales terminals. How are microchip implants being used for cashless payments? The concept of biohacking, embedding various devices in our bodies, has existed for a long time. Certain pieces of technology, such as a magnetic chip or NFC embedded device, allows us to open, lock, control other devices and enhance our daily performance. And it says how these devices inside our bodies interact with other technologies around us to make various tasks easier. Oh, another selling point is your health management, or your healthcare management, your health insurance management, other things that you may or may not use to secure your private information. And what's the proof of this? This is the Revelation 13 and 16. And I'm going to read both in the KJV and the NLT. And it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead." All right. Verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." All right. Now, normally when we read this, you go to the interliner, and we will look up causing, right? To causeth. In the Greek, the word to cause somebody to do something is poio, and it says to make, to have, to make. With names, things made, to produce, construct, to form. Look, this whole beast system is being formed to make you what? Take that chip, and you will not be able to buy. Now, it's spiritual too, because it don't say require in the cause when you look up the definition. But when you read the NLT, it says he required everyone. He required. Look up this word required, Slakia. The definition for require is need for a particular purpose, to be needed. So you're going to need this M.O.T.B in order to buy and sell. It's necessary, needed. So going back to Revelation 13 and 16, Salakia, and the NLT, it says he required, just like, again, that whole juice, that was required to do things, man. So it don't matter if you're small in this world, insignificant, or a great person in this world. It says, and he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor. So it don't matter if you rich or if you poor, you're going to need this thing, man. And he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark. So it don't matter if you locked up in the army or you so-called free in this world, you're going to need this M.O.T.B. It says to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number of the representing his name. And so that's what's embedded in that RFID microchip. That's what's embedded in this in the chip. When you look at another article I found through Elder Ricardo Quam, he had brought this out on the Passover. It says implanted digital ID will push digital payments revenue higher. An analyst firm this week predicted global digital payment revenue of $204.1 billion by 2028, The same day, a digital payment of infrastructure firm claimed it sold its 500th implant payment chip. The two items may not precisely intersect today, but that is changing. Perhaps the only place that mobile contactless payments can go at the smartwatches is electronics embedded in a consumer's skin. They can make that jump only because digital payments continue to gain acceptance. Digital payments, meanwhile, logically must become more intimate, convenient, secure, and exclusive because your phone is not secure. Electronics can be shut off, and an EMP could happen, and electronics can never turn back on. So they want to put something in you that they for sure that's going to work for them in their new system that you won't lose. You can lose your cell phone. People can take your cell phone. You can get robbed. Your cell phone can get destroyed. All of those things can get destroyed. So the next phase is what? Bam, the M.O.T.B implanted in your hand. And that's going to be the new way. And not only because they care about your loss of property. No, they don't. They're going to phase that out. You already using digital payments. So now the next digital payment is what? The digital dollar. All right. I posted it. I looked this up. I typed in the question. I just typed in digital dollar, and this came up. U.S. race for digital dollar fuels cases for Bitcoin, says Devar Group CEO. The scary Fed idea to turn your dollars into a digital power grab, and that's what it's all about. Like the Apostle Ramab said, the whole system is moving digital, and this is something that these Israelite groups that have been paid off and willingly go, I would say forced to lie, but they're with the lie, to deceive their people, so that when this thing does get pushed, they're going to say, oh no, we weren't taught that. So they're going to take it for convenience, just like they did that juice. But right now you got the scary Fed idea to turn your dollars into digital power grab. Ex-Biden advisor says administration was pushing for digital dollar, and they're still pushing for it. Treasury Department developing tech for digital dollars as Congress debates crypto rules. You see, U.S. Treasury digital dollar technology is almost ready. This is 5 days ago. U.S. Treasury introduces CBDC working group, discusses potential routes for digital dollar. And that's right, they're changing the landscape of how you buy and sell. And it's evident. And it's going to be a requirement. You're not going to be able to have money like you do today in your hand and in your wallet. Not even on your credit card. Okay? That's not going to be the new rule. So, I saw this, and I know I brought out a lot of articles, but that precept, it says a lot. So again, I'll read it again. Revelation 13 and 16 in the New Living Translation. He required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or in the forehead, and no one could buy and sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number of the representing his name. And you see that. She got it in the left hand in this video. That picture. She got it in her right hand in this video, man. And this is what John saw. He saw this over 2,000 years ago in the island of Patmos, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. And people are going to be lined up taking this. Why? Because it's going to be a requirement. And they're not going to play no games in that day. In that day, if either you with it or you die. And I'd rather die than take this shit, because nothing that Esau has done in this world and in society benefits my people or myself in a way that is beneficial for us to allow us to thrive here. This shit is nothing but slavery. And Aaron Russo said it. Aaron Russo said what Nick Rockefeller told him personally, man. The bankers want to chip the people. Who are the bankers? The super elite, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. These are super elite banking families that own these Federal Reserve and banks outright, that own the world banking system outright. Like one of them said, give me the ability to make a country's money, and I don't care what laws the government writes, man. Because it's all about enslaving the people. And again, it's going to be required. It's with that, say shalom, on to the next.